minute. So, how about that Spurs game? Imagine being there and witnessing. Oh, you were there? No, no, no. We were there Saturday. Yeah, Schneider and I were there. We actually were on the Jumbotron. Okay, the guy in front of us was on the Jumbotron, and we were in the back, like, you know. Yeah. Not, okay, they both won because the Spurs are trying to win and the Mavs are trying to lose. So losing is winning when you're tanking. That's why I have a tank top here. Tanking. Mavs tank. Right?
If your goal is going to be lose, then
if you need to build around your generational talent, then you need to lose a lot so you can get more pieces so you can win next year. It's delayed winning. Losing is delayed winning. Am I right? I mean, it could be. Look, when I went to that game with Schneider, I was wearing my Mavs jersey over my Spurs shirt because low key, I wanted the Spurs to win. Okay, I don't care about winning this horrible season. We're already toast. We're not going to make the playoffs. So, what did you say? What did you say?
it's called predicting the future, so you're looking to win in the future.
Hey, check this out. Y'all remember middle school? At all? At all? I hope so. 4 years ago. So, in middle school, you learned about area and perimeter, theoretically. So, I want you to write words. I'm not writing words. You're writing words about what you think area and perimeter is. Now, I'll give you a little clue here. Check it out. Look at my little picture. What's that? Oh. Okay. Here's a little clue. You ready? No, look. If you have like a square, is perimeter on the outside or on the inside? Which one's perimeter? Everyone else is perimeter inside or outside? What do y'all think? Wrong. Outside. And then area is area. Why are you even answering? Area, is that inside or outside? Area is on the inside. So make sure you write something to that effect. We're about to do some notes. So if you don't got any, low-key phones out. No. We're doing notes. After the note. You can, like, if you're. What? Yeah. Now, hey, this is a packet. Staple. Y'all want to do a whole packet today? Yeah, from another friend. Yeah. What's it? Chewy? No, I got the deluxe tomatillo enchiladas. Now look. Wait, what do you get? Triple dipper? Wait, no. I didn't go to Chili's. I actually changed it. Went to Chewy's. No, when I go to Chili's, I get the triple dipper. Get the little burgers. Get the Southwestern egg rolls. Get the little boneless wings. Boom, boom, boom. Get the free chips with the app. You know what I'm saying? All right. If any of y'all end up working at Chili's, let me know. Because I'll go to your work and act crazy. Just like y'all come to my work and act crazy. All right. No, it's Dynamic Duo Day. All right. So let's do this. Area and perimeter, my friends. Whoop. You can write this down from first period. Write this down. Total length around a shape. Perimeter is total length around a shape. Write this down with your pencil. We're moving fast today because I don't want this to take all period. And the most important thing is that it's one dimensional, meaning it's a distance from point A to point B, one dimensional. Area is the amount of space when within a shape. And very important that this is two-dimensional, 2D, which means it's the amount of squares that fit inside. Okay, there's my handwriting. It's not as nice as the typing it here. Put it away. So again, perimeter is around the edge, outside, one-dimensional. The area is on the inside. It's measured in squares, square units, and it's two-dimensional. Okay, I really hope this stuff is like old news. That's going to be a refresher for things you should have seen in middle school. But if not, learn it real quick. Here we go. Area of a square. When you have a square, each of these are called sides. So we're going to put an S. And if you didn't know this about a square, all the sides are congruent. All the sides are the same. So the area of a square is side squared. Kind of makes sense because it's a square. Now, perimeter. I hope you know. Perimeter is when you just add up every outside side. And if it's a square, all the sides are congruent. So for perimeter, I'm just going to add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And the only number to remember is 4. 4 times 4 is another way to think about it. And you get 16. 16 what? The units of measure are feet. So 16 feet. Cool? That's the easy part. What about the area? The area is the side, which is 4, squared. What is 4 squared, or 4 times 4? It's also 16, which is kind of weird, but sometimes that happens. This is very important. So I'm going to pause for a second to emphasize this. Since we know area is two-dimensional, does everyone see the little 2 or the squared on the units? Perimeter is regular. Area is square units. So the way you would say this is 16 feet squared or square feet. Feet squared, square feet, same thing. You don't want to have actual square feet. That'd be crazy. All right, now look. Area of a rectangle. You can do it as length times width or base times height. But you're basically going to multiply the two sides that are given, okay? Now, in a rectangle, opposite sides are congruent. So if this is 3, then this is 3. If this is 7, this is 7, right? So for perimeter, you're going to add up 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7. And what is 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7? After the notes, 20. Ooh, okay, I guess if you have to. So 20 units, by the way, not units, my bad. 20 what? What are the units of measure? Inches, 20 inches. All right. Now, for my area, I'm just going to take the two dimensions, 7 and 3, and multiply it. Whether you call it the length times the width, the longest times the smaller, or the bottom base times the height going up and down, it's 7 times 3, which gives you 21. 21. Now, should I just put inches, or because area is two-dimensional, you got to do it in square inches. You're taking the test, right? Yes, but I need that test done today.
¿Sí?
Before you leave, it needs to be done.
¿Ya
Okay.
pensé en el trabajo?
I don't know what you're saying, but do what I'm saying. All right. I don't know what you're saying. Now, this next one is the most missed one, and it's not because it's hard. People forget something. I want you to notice something. If you take a rectangle, watch this. Rectangle. So this is a rectangle. And if you cut it in half diagonally, you end up with what shape? A triangle. So isn't it accurate to say that a triangle is just half a rectangle? So in the formula, there's going to be a half, and that's what people forget, the half. But not you, not you, not you. Don't forget the half. Let's write this down. area is 1/2 base times height. So it's just like this, but with a 1/2 in front of it. Cool? Or another way to write it, and this is the way I prefer, base times height divided by 2. Divided by 2 or times 1/2, same thing. Now, what is the base and what is the height of a triangle? The base on the bottom. The height is perpendicular, so here's my height. My base times my height. So first of all, perimeter, can you add these three sides? 8 plus 15 plus 17. Yes, Mr. G, of course you can. And you get 40. 40 what? Now, this time there's no units measured, right? Yeah. So if there's no units, you can go ahead and put a little U for units, okay? 40 units. Now, what about the area? And this is the most important part. You don't want to be in the hallway when we're doing this. All right, so the area is base times height. And don't forget to divide it by 2, because a triangle is half. Does that make sense? So a lot of people are going to just do 8 times 15, and that is on the way, but not exactly right. You have to also divide by 2. And what do you get? 60. 60 what? Units square. Square units, okay? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thought I did it, but I don't think actually I did it. Whoops! All right, now flip it over. All right, where's our I mean, I wrote that. No, oh, thank you. All right, here we go. Peanut butter jelly time. All right, trapezoid. Ready? This is gonna be weird. You're gonna write a fraction. Fraction base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Base 1, base 2, and height. So see how I'm labeling this? Write this down. Base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Don't forget to divide by 2. That ugly fraction is the formula. Now look, perimeter is usually easy, right? Unless, like this one, you're missing stuff. So what am I missing? Well, I see 4 little pieces that are missing. But we can piece it together, okay? If this side is 12, this opposite side right here is also going to be 12. That's cool. And then if this height is 4, this height is also 4. So how can I figure out this tick mark, this missing side right here? How could I take two sides of a right triangle and find the missing third side? Another thing we learned in middle school potentially is Pythagorean theorem, and we definitely went over it on January 8th, right? When you know two sides of a right triangle, you have to use Pythagorean theorem to get the third side. So let me remind you how to do it, okay? So 3 and 4 are my A and B. I'm missing this, my C. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals whatever this missing side x squared is. 3 squared plus 4 squared gives you 25. And then you square root. What's the square root of 25? 5. So this is 5. If this tick mark is 5, then this tick mark is 5. And then if this is 4, 5, this is, just it matches over here, so this is going to be 3. All right, after all that work, we found the missing pieces, so now we can find the perimeter. We're going to add up all the pieces to get the perimeter. So let's do that. Chat be live right now. It's crazy. All right, so add these up. 12 plus 5 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3 plus 5. That's a lot of little pieces, okay? 12 plus 5 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3 plus 5 is what? So 17, 20, 32, 35, 40. We end up with 40. And again, it's units Now for area. Hopefully you get this down on the next page, on the back. Trapezoid. Now, base 1, up here, we'll call this one base 1. And then over here, the base 2 is not 12. It's the whole way. You got to add up 3 plus 12 plus 3, which is 18. That's my B. B2 is 18. So base 1 plus base 2, so 12 plus 18, times the height in between, which is 4, divided by 2. Okay? So you plug that in, 12 plus 18 times 4 divided by 2, and I got 60. Again, Desmos will help you, just you got to type it in right. So 60, and it's not just units, it's units squared. Okay? Couple more. Parallelogram. I got a great song for parallelogram. Y'all want to hear it? Sounds like not today, but tomorrow's a new day, right? Tomorrow is a new day. Since not everyone's done with their test today, I guess we're going to have to do that tomorrow. So, I know what you're saying. So, area of a parallelogram, no surprise, is base times height. Kind of just like a rectangle, okay? Base times height. Just remember, the whole way across is 7. That's the base. Straight up and down is the height. No, don't sleep. No. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Hold on. So, perimeter, if you have a parallelogram in the song you will learn tomorrow, and you will love it. Yep. Opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So if this is 4, this is 4. If this is 7, this is 7. So you're going to add up all 4 sides. 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7. And you get 22. 22 what? Inches. And then area is too easy. Base times height. What's the base? 7. The height is 5. 7 times 5, my guy, is 35. What? Inches squared, or square inches. Okay? Okay, you gotta finish these up. Doing this? Write it down. I know you're jamming out, so you want to write this down while you jam out? Please? Now, area of a rhombus. Okay? A rhombi. I want you to notice something, okay? When you have a diagonal of a rhombus, okay, this and this piece are congruent. So if this is 10, go and put 10 right here. If this is 12.8, this is 12.8 over here. So the formula is D1 times D2 divided by 2. D1 and D2 are diagonals. They cut from corner to corner, vertex to vertex. So D1 is 10 plus 10, which is 20. D2 is 12.8 plus 12.8, which is 25.6. Okay, so for the area, it's going to be 20 times 25.6 divided by 2. And that gives you 256 feet squared. Boop. Trust me, aka mental math or calculator. Okay. Now, last piece. What's the perimeter of this rhombus? If all the sides are equal, because they all have the same tick mark, do I have any of these outside sides labeled here? No. But I see a right triangle in which I know 2 sides. And when I have a right triangle in which I know 2 sides, what do I got to use to find the missing third side? It rhymes with Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. This right triangle, A and B are 10 and 12.8. Okay, 10 squared plus 12.8 squared. Square root that. You end up getting what? 16.24. Okay. All these outside missing sides are 16.24. Okay? And since you know one of them, you know all four of them. So to get the perimeter, you just do 16.24 4 times or times 4. And you get 65. Basically 65 feet. Okay? Now, I know this is a whole 2-page packet, but we're stopping here. I'm going to give you the assignment. Don't stress too much. I'm giving you time to work on it today, the first page. Keep it. Tomorrow we'll go over the second page of notes. You can work on the second page of the assignment, and you'll still have some time Wednesday after we do a little DEUA. Okay? So, let's get it.